Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Nick. Excuse the way I look right now with the skull cap on. It's a rough hair day today. I just wanted to come and talk real quick a little bit about some of the stuff I've been noticing, things I've been watching on TV, how I feel about it. I was sad that we didn't get BMF this weekend, and I'm still a little bit annoyed and saddened by the fact that we're getting it on a Friday now instead of Sunday nights. But I did get a chance to. No, while we're still speaking on BMF, have y'all seen that picture? I swear I know it's got to be Photoshop. Maybe I'll insert it here. Okay. People play all day on the internet, don't they? Cause why y'all Photoshop that picture like that? Make it look like Kamala Harris got that sweatsuit on with her cootie print out all for the world to see, saying that's how Lucille stepping outside after that 3 pump performance Charles gave her in the last episode. BMF still been good. Charles, I know that Lord Trist with, I don't even know what the woman's name is, but the woman down the block, Mabel, whatever her name is, that's gonna come back to bite you in your tail some kind of way. I just know it is. And then I was confused. Did he Did he come home the next day and still have the outfit on and Lucille and Nicole was back home? Or was it um the same night that he slept with Lucille and the neighbor in the same night? Is that what happened? Or was it like I said, it was the next day when Lucille and Nicole came home and he just happened to have the same outfit on because he still was stuck on stupid after what he did the night before? Y'all let me know because I don't remember. I couldn't tell. Um, Luce, that freaking Lamar finding out where they live and coming to the house with the plans to kill their mother or whoever was in the house. But she prayed and that's what stopped him in his tracks. That prayer subsided the crazy. That was God all over her, watching all over her and protecting her in that moment. And I found it odd that she had a knife in her hand, but she set the knife down and went to answer the door. I'm not sure who she thought was going to be at the door. Maybe that's why she set the knife down. But that was crazy. That was crazy. Some people feeling like um, Lamar was subdued by that prayer because it's been so long since he had somebody hold his hands, look in his eyes, and pray with and for him. And then it's him going to their house with the audacity to say, "Look what your sons did to me. They tried to kill me." Like he didn't start drama with Meech first. He mad because he came home from jail, the crazy house, wherever he was, and Meech was messing with his baby moms, and Meech was the man on the streets. And that's when he started going after them. He started it, but in his warped mind, he felt like they did something to him, and they need to be dealt with because what they did to him, which is not right. Um, the guy who played the plug when they got to Atlanta, Um, somebody remind me of what else he been in, cause his face looks so familiar, and I know I've seen him play in some stuff before. He was the one who gave them the bricks, and they discovered Pint, the one who mixed the drugs up and turned one bird into two, as they said in the show. That was I felt like I seen him on something too. But the actor who played the plug down in Atlanta, I know I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I don't know his name and I don't know what else I've seen him in, but I had. Um Your Honor season 2. After season 1 went off, I want to say 6 months later, I was on like Googling, are they going to do a season 2? Because I remember it saying it was a limited series. And then I want to say sometime in 2021, I saw something that and read something that actually discussed a new character coming in the show focusing on this other person or whatever, and like the actor and what his character is going to bring to the show was going to go in a different direction. It was going to be this and that. And I remember people commenting wherever I read it, and they were saying this: if this is so, this is going to be real good, and this new person actor in the show is going to bring a whole new dynamic to the Your Honor series, right? Now Your Honor season 2 has come and started, and we are like 4 or 5 episodes in. They actually had an episode this weekend. I don't see where that previous synopsis of what season 2 was going to bring and who was going to be in it. I don't see none of that in this current season that's playing out. Also, that article I read, I can't find it nowhere online, not on YouTube, not on Google or anything. And I'm like, did they wipe that off the internet after they decided to go into this storyline with Fia having a baby by Adam and all that kind of stuff? You know, they must have scrapped it and wiped the internet clean of the proposed season 2 synopsis or whatever. But it's kind of like, it's slow, but it's good. But the whole thing for me is, Lord, Eugene. Eugene thought he was doing the right thing going back to Mo and taking her the money for Little Mo. He thought he was helping Lil Mo, but Lil Mo told him to stay gone. And then he thought he was helping Lil Mo by getting that money back to Big Mo. And also saving Mo's sister, who he was staying with, because that guy from the cartel was going to keep coming over there. But he actually made his way down to New Orleans to, or down to, I don't know what the proximity and the direction is of New Orleans and Houston, because Eugene had escaped and went to Houston. But you see, Mo gave him some money and told him to take his tail right on back down to Houston or somewhere else, because she don't want to kill him and she don't want him to get hurt or eat anything either, because what happened to his family in season 1 was so effed up. And it's all because Michael wanted to cover up for his son what his son did. And I mean, that's what parents would do in a position of power. They would do that for their kid, but it's just fucked up that a whole family had to suffer for what your kid did, and you don't want to tell the truth about what your kid did. And at this point, does Fia not know what Adam did? Fia still don't know. Fia and the Baxters don't know what Adam did, and that they went after going after the wrong family, and all of this. They still don't know. I'm worried for the mayor, though. I'm worried. He's smart. Michael's smart. But I'm worried for the mayor. I'm worried for him with the Baxter, with Jimmy Baxter and Conti, Jimmy's father-in-law might do, and who they got ties with, and what they might do to the mayor. Also, I gotta say this. Another show. When I tell y'all, I am having the best time watching season 2 of Harlem. The outfits, the wardrobe is so nice on this show. But I gotta say, it's Angie all day for me. It's her antics that keep me cracking the hell up. Cause she say the things that a lot women be thinking sometimes, but will never dare say or act on in real life. It's her antics and her wardrobe, how they dress her, the prints, the colors, the fits, all of it. It's just so freaking nice. I really, really appreciate the wardrobe department of this show. I really appreciate all of the characters. They all bring something different that I like to the show. But right now Angie is my favorite because she's hilarious, but to me she says the things that I might think that I would never say out loud sometimes, because I don't want to. I try not to say things that offend people and stuff. And some of the things that she says sometimes could be deemed offensive to some, or just put you way out there, and she not scared of judgment for the most part. But I love her. And then this past episode that I just watched, where she met the guy at the vow renewal for Quinn's parents, the guy that Quinn's mother tried to set her up with at the father's birthday golf session. Quinn met him at the event. Angie met him at the event, and they went out. And that's the same guy who was on was that season 1 of Atlanta, when somebody got arrested and they went to jail to go see him, and he was sitting in there talking about whispering across to some, what he thought was a girl. Well, he thought it was a let me be politically correct. He thought it was a cisgendered woman that he was talking to or had dealt with in the past. And they were like, they or she was ignoring him and trying to like play it off. And then somebody had to tell him, like, that's a he. He played the character of the guy that was dating a trans person and didn't, well, a trans woman, and didn't realize it or whatever. And it was good to see him on this episode of Harlem. I did recognize his face. But yes, I love, love, love Harlem. And that daggone Tyler Lepley, he do know how to play a character. I didn't watch Haves and Have-Nots, but I knew he played Benny on there. But his role as Diamond on P-Valley, and then his role on this show as well, I can't think of his name right. Ian is his name on this show. I think it's the character that make him sing even finer. Because both of those characters he played, P-Valley and Harlem, both men are very, very caring about the women that they have intentions for, and not afraid to show it. Like, he really wanted to help Mississippi out of everything she was going through with Derek. And Mississippi turned on him at the end of season 1 when she pulled the gun on him. They told him to get off of Derek. And then on Harlem, he moved away, came back, and finally was honest with Camille about the fact that he knew that he wasn't in love with the girl he was supposed to be married to, because he was still in love with Camille. And now that they trying to make a go of it, in that scene where they was both trying to outdo each other, he doing things, she assuming that he doing things that he was doing with the girl, the fiance. So she trying to one-up him with some stuff that she learned in the time that they were apart. And then come to find out, he didn't learn or do those things with the ex-fiance. He learned them from some woman he was messing around with before he got with the ex-fiance. Like, that show. Like, I really, 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 really like Harlem. I really do. I really like that show. A lot. A lot, a lot. But another thing is, what other show I liked? And they claim they supposedly they had filmed a new season, but it's like, where is it? Because it came on in 2021. Run the World came on in 2021. They got picked up for season 2 early, I think. And yeah, it came on. Yeah, I think Run the World came on in season 20. In the year of 2021 at some point. Maybe it came on late 2020 and ran into no. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate on the years, but I do know it's been about 2 years since almost 2 years since we got in the season of it, because they said that they had a season 2 coming. And then one of the actresses who played, I thought she was so beautiful. Well, she is a beautiful person. Her character, I really liked her character on there. The one that had the short, the brown skin lady, real petite. I know that they tried to have mandated COVID vaccines for you to come back and be on the show, and she chose not to do it, so her character is getting written off. And then I felt like they still went on ahead and filmed a season 2 but we haven't gotten it to see it. No ads for it. And I said, dang, like Harlem premiered and came on maybe 2 or 3 months after Run the World had their season finale, and people was making a big deal about his two shows with an all black female cast based in Harlem, New York. Like like basically trying to say, why do you need both shows on two different networks? Because Harlem is Amazon Prime and Run the World was Stars. But I feel like the shows, they are similar in that four black women, they in Harlem, and some of the things that's going on with some of the characters are kind of like a little bit similar. Was a little similar. Like Camille is an anthropology professor in Harlem. That's Megan Good. And Run the World, was her name Sandy or Sanda? I think her name's Sandy or Sandy. She a PA, and she's dating her advisor. She's a graduate school student. So that's where like the educational background come in for two characters on two different shows, on because she's on Run the World, but the rest of the stuff is different because if I'm not mistaken, none of the ladies on Run the World were gay. They were all straight, seemingly, if I'm not mistaken. On Harlem, you got one person that's, one of the women is gay, but she is hilarious as well. Cause Ty be doing some stuff. She should have just bought that dog. I don't even know why she paid all that money for that daggone cactus plant, and she not. Was that yeah? She knocked it right into the daggone not the dishwasher. What's the thing? Garbage disposal. And I like that they had Rachel True playing the floral shop or flower shop owner, but something must going to transpire between. They wouldn't have her in just this little small part for nothing. At some point, something going to happen between her and Ty. I just know it. I don't know if it's going to be romantic or not, or maybe she really going to help Ty figure it out. What the ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband was saying to her. Maybe she will help direct her path, and growth, and push her into the next phase of her life. After him hearing what he had to say, it's gonna have to be something like that, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna have something romantic. But I don't think the actress Rachel, I think her name's Rachel True. I don't think they would just put her in here for these two little small parts like this and not something more come of that. But yeah, that's some of the TV I've been enjoying. I do watch Love and Marriage DC. I never watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I do watch the DC show, and that's a high bowl of mess going on there. I'm enjoying it. One of the characters had a shirt on, or one of the stars of the show had a shirt on repping our high school on there, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not gonna say which one and what the shirt said or whatever, but they were repping our high school, and I was like, yay, go, go, go. But just for that part. But yeah, I dig that show. It's just some stuff I don't some things don't need to be done or said, but I know they doing what they gotta do to make TV. Cause I'm really feeling like Clifton and Joy. I think Clifton like the spotlight. Joy, I don't Joy don't seem to like it so much. You can never tell nobody what to do, what they relationships and what they and their kids. And although I feel like Ashley was being genuine as far as like how Jamie was handling talking about his son, little Jamie, and his saying he won't hurt himself and him not taking Lil Jamie serious, and she was saying like, you need to take him serious. I could tell Jamie was drunk when he was saying all those things he was saying though. So even though, you know, most older folks will tell you that old wives tell a drunk tongue speaks a sober heart, sober mind. And maybe that's how he truly feels, that Lord Jamie is saying things for attention. We don't know because we only seen Lord Jamie on TV for all of what? A cumulative maybe 30 minutes or so, if that. So we can't say or act like or presume to know what's all transpired with him and his parents and stuff like that. I just wish him the best. And if he do say that and mean it, I pray that he gets out of that space mentally and decides that he need to be here for as long as God wants him here, you know? Um, um, and like I said, the same thing with Big Jamie. Like from the way he talked to Raina and stuff like that, the way he just talking. I know I knew somebody that was married to a person who kind of like talked like that, and I remember always feeling like, dang, why they so mean? Why do they talk down to you like that and stuff like that? And they will always say, they not talking down to me. That's just the way they speak. That's how they talk. That's their tone. And it's like, okay, if that's what you say to want to excuse it, but I just didn't see it like that. That's how I see Jamie, the way he talked to his wife and talked to the kids. But who knows? Maybe that's just how. Maybe it is true. That's just how he sound when he talking. So I don't know, but I'm trying to enjoy it. I really am. I'm trying to enjoy it. Love and Marriage DC. I watch it. I started watching it just because somebody I went to high school with is on the show. And I wanted to, tune in just as a way of supporting somebody that I kind of knew in past life, you know. But that's all I got to say what I've been watching. Oh, before I go, because this is at 21 minutes already. The Grammys, first of all, I tuned in. The best part, Lizzo winning record of the year for her song. I like her as a person and her art. She's very, very talented. That goes without saying. I really thoroughly enjoyed the 50 years of hip hop thing. And I never even considered, heard some people saying that Questlove did an interview and he was talking and he was saying that people was complaining about why wasn't this person there, that person, or whatever. And he was saying that some people had prior obligations and wasn't going to be able to be there for the performance. Some people just said, nope, I ain't doing it, or whatever. So you just got to respect where people at with it, you know. Because it was some people that was like, they can't do this without having them. And just as it was playing, and I said, they got to take it to, I said, they better have Outkast there. Because they put on for the city of Atlanta. Like they did it for Atlanta before anybody else did. So it's like they really had to have a part in there for the 50 years of hip hop because they set the trend with the wave of the Atlanta artists coming forward. As far as hip hop is concerned. And Big Boy did come out there, and for whatever reason, Dre was not there. I wish Andre would get into a place where he feel okay with getting in the studio and doing. I'm sorry, I got a call started coming through. I hope he get into a place where he get in the studio and make some new music. Oh my God, I like. I think Outkast might be my favorite hip hop group. Period. Or hip hop duo. And mostly in part due to freaking Andre, like his lyrics and his vibe, and I just loved Outkast. As soon as I seen that daggone Southern Playalistic video and the players ball video. Remember Hootie Hoo, follow the thunk in the dungeon. I love Outkast. I remember, I don't know if I ever shared it on here, but my job had sent me 4 weeks to Atlanta for a conference. I went to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport to come home. I'm walking through the airport and I look up and there's Andre, hair blowing in the breeze, with a camouflage jacket on, walking by himself. I didn't make a scene. And he was like this, and I was like this, and as I got close, I said, "Can I take a picture?" He said, "No," with a smile, and kept on walking. That shit crushed me so bad, because I was like, "That's my favorite rapper at the time." Like, oh my God, like, he don't know how much I really enjoy their music. And the stuff that he's saying about being aware. Because, like, stuff that he said, like, on that song, Synthesizer, microwave me, give me a drug so I can make 7 babies. Pump my breast up. Can you suck the fat up? Please make my life appear like ain't no such thing as bad luck. My nose ain't right. Think I need a new one. Just take your pick, a red, a yellow, black, or a blue one. Virtual reality, virtual bullshit. Synthesizer preacher could take you up in the pulpit. Give me my gat so I can smoke this nigga. Tell his mama not to cry because they can clone him quicker than it took his daddy to make him. Thought-provoking lyrics niggas ever, radio never played them. Oh my God. Just like, I was listening to that and reading the lyrics again, making sure I had the lyrics right, maybe a week and a half ago. And it hit me like, dang, like he said this back then. And then look at what's happening now. And what made me look at it is because they was playing it. I think Big Boy birthday just passed not too long ago. And I think they was playing Outkast videos because it was Big Boy birthday. So, it was it Big Boy birthday? It might have been. And because Slick Rick just had a birthday too. So they had played, the art of storytelling video with Slick Rick in there. And I was just looking at it, and then, like I said, it made me want to go and look up the lyrics to that song. And it just, because nobody rapped like that for real, at the time, when that song came out. And like I was saying, like, they just said, he said thought-provoking things. And it's crazy that he said those things then, and then look in the times we are now. And the stuff that's going on in the world. Like, I just love Outkast, and I love the things that, like, they said things that make you think about what's really going on. For real. So I really enjoyed that, and, like, they played Hey Young World video for Slick Rick, because it was his birthday. And what he was saying, and I'm trying to think, like, where are the rappers that rap that, like, storytelling songs, but like telling the youth to get themselves together. The world is yours. Get an education. Do right by people. Be good to your parents and people who are good to you. For they gave you life and brought you in this world when they didn't have to. You know? Like, stuff like that, like, especially with stuff that's going on now. It's just crazy, yo. It's crazy. But anyway, I went off on a whole nother tangent talking about that 50 years of hip hop performance on the Grammys. But what I really wanted to say is, like, I seen a video, somebody showed a video or posted a video on TikTok of MC Hammer dancing. Like, and that's when I thought, like, dang, like that's right. He was a whole era in hip hop because he came out dancing hard as hell when nobody was really dancing no more. It was like when the Hammer came, gangster music was popping. You know what I mean? Like the gangster, you stand, mean mug in the club kind of stuff was popping when Hammer came out with the dancing. And let me tell you, let's get it started. I wanted that little short set. I did get them shoes. My mama bought me them little Oxfords, the patent leather Oxfords with the little silver or gold metal tip. I had some of them because you couldn't tell me I wasn't one of them girls dancing. I wasn't 357. Back and Hammer up on the dance floor when that video came on in the house. Because, you know, dancing, I love it. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. And then the big award comes and Beyonce loses to Harry Styles. Then Harry Styles posted that tweet talking about or was it a tweet or was it his or was it a tweet he said or was it part of his thank you speech when he said things like this don't happen for people like me? Excuse me? You a white man. It happens for you all the time. Stuff like that don't happen for a person like Beyonce, a woman, a black woman. A black woman who supports marginalized communities, such as the Alphabet Mafia, LGBTQIA and everything. And then they snubbed her, or not snubbed her again for Album of the Year. Everybody's saying his album was good. But I feel like when the time comes every year, they just do whatever they can to give Album of the Year to anybody but Beyonce. And I'm not even going to lie. I listened to Renaissance all the way through when it first came out. And I was just like, I found a few songs that I liked. And then I listened to, like, Cuff It went real, like, went sky high, went up on TikTok. But the song that took me and struck me off of Renaissance is that daggone Virgo's Groove. I am not a Virgo by far. But just the groove and just give me Studio 54 vibes. You want to put on your platforms. Honestly, I was putting on my roller skates and just rolling around in circles and everything. Just feeling the music. I love Virgo's Groove. I love that Cuff It remix that whoever did that mashup with Cuff It and Kiss It Better and one of Chris Brown's songs. It's like a whole bunch of songs mixed in. It's like 7 or 8 minutes on SoundCloud or one of those streaming things. But they snubbed Beyonce again. And I watched the Gin and Juice podcast with Melissa Fredericks, Kev on Stage wife, and her sister Mel. I think her name is Melanie or Melody. I forget. But her nickname is Mel. And Melissa went off, but Melody said that Melanie or Melody, well, just Mel, because I'm not sure if it's Melody or Melanie. But when she went off about them doing what they did to Beyonce, talking about they just gonna give her all the marginalized awards, meaning R&B, dance. They not gonna give her the big award, which is Album of the Year, because that's not in a subgroup or subgenre. That's just best album across the board. They don't do that because they feel like she won all these other categories. That's what they say. And they don't even listen to all them albums. Like I said, they just pick whoever, long as they not picking Beyonce. And basically saying that she just need to be happy with setting the records for the most Grammy wins, period. And all those other things. But like Mel said, give me all my things. That's just like in the corporate world where they say, oh, you did this right this one time. Knowing you the reason that this project was completed accurately and on time and to the best or high level of excellence is because you were a part of it, and they'll know that you did all this work, but still want to just say, take this little award for this little thing instead of giving you the award for the big thing. You know, that's how they do in the corporate world, and she's not lying. She's not lying. Just because you awarded me and acknowledging me for doing this one thing, acknowledge me for the big shit too. Yeah, I curse. I curse a lot. But acknowledge me for the big shit. Like, don't try to give me something to pacify me so I won't make a big stink and tell me that this right here is good enough when you know I deserved way more and better than what this one little piece of an award you giving me is. So that pissed me off. With the Grammys, not with Mel, because I totally 1000% agree with what she said. And again, that's the Gin and Juice podcast on YouTube. I think you can find it on Mizer's Kev on Stage YouTube channel. Also, the Super Bowl last night. Um, yeah, I was only here for the Rihanna concert. I really didn't care about the Super Bowl, though I was rooting for the Eagles to win because East Coast. I just want East Coast people to win. I'm sorry. Um, but I was really tuned in for the Rihanna show. And when Rihanna first came out and had her hand under that belly, I said, she pregnant. And I kept looking and looking, and then like the camera angles and everything, and then her having all that red on. It's like, I think I see it, but I don't. I think I see it, but I don't. I'm not sure. And then I tweeted about it, and then after the game was over, that's when I got on social media and I saw everybody was saying the same thing. And she announced it that she pregnant again. And apparently, by the time I looked on social media, the rep had confirmed that she definitely is infant anticipating, as Miss Rocks would say, Fords Rocks would say. So congratulations to her. And then this morning I wake up and social media is all, she didn't, like, a lot of people are feeling like she didn't do enough. She was giving a lazy performance. Honestly, that right there is what made me feel like, oh, she definitely expecting, because I wasn't saying she was being lazy, but I could just tell that she wasn't putting all her like she normally would in a performance. And then honestly, when they, that little sneak peek tidbit commercial, whatever it was that they put out that time of Rihanna some weeks ago, she had, it was like a curtain came up, it was black, and she had them little braids. You know how the braids be curved, this like the real tribal eccentric hairdo, and she had black on. I looked at it then and I was thinking to myself like, wow, like, but I was like, well, maybe she just hasn't, and she shouldn't be in a rush to lose like the baby weight. I thought that's what it was, honestly. But the whole time she actually pregnant again. And then I just saw the clip where she was talking to that guy. He's like, I think I've seen him on like Good Morning America and stuff like that. But I've also seen him on some of these, like on the panels, talk about sports and stuff. Too. So I was like, when she was saying she got a surprise when she was talking to him, you can see in her face. But again, I don't want to assume that, because people can be sensitive about that, especially if they not, and you assuming that they are because of how full their face is. So again, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I enjoyed it. She did what she could. She did her best, and I enjoyed what she did. I really did. And that's all the rambling I'm going to do for today. I see y'all in the next one.